Everybody, welcome to a new video. This one is Red Bull Ring. Um, yeah, very nice track actually to drive, and you might be surprised to see me in the Cadillac if you watched my last video. I said that the Cadillac felt very weird around Sebring, but at Red Bull Ring it feels pretty good, I'd say. The front end's really responsive, so that's nice. This lap was a 118.350 in a track state of 41%. I've done a low point 4 in 50% track state VRS conditions, and I think a point 1 is definitely possible in these conditions. I just made a few mistakes, but I mean it'll suffice, I guess, for this guide. It's the fastest lap of the week as of now. There's been a few 7-8k guys doing it, and they're stuck in like the high point fours, the point fives, but obviously the track usage it could be different than this, so I don't know, but I'm confident that this is pretty good. So yeah, I mean, just coming off the straight, we brake just before the 100 board. It's really important that we don't cross inputs here. The reason is because you need your fronts a lot for this corner, and if we cross, what happens is the fronts heat up more, and yeah, you just get like a bit more understeer in this corner. So it's worth just to have a tiny gap in between the inputs. If you like cross a tiny bit, then it's not too bad, but yeah, I just tend to stay away now from crossing inputs. So yeah, brake just before the 100 board. The track limit here, you need at least two wheels on this white line. It's very easy to get 1x, so just be careful. Like this track is a 1x festival, so just be very careful. So yeah, third gear into this corner. Some people use second, but no, I don't agree. I mean, yeah, you'll have more front end because more engine braking, but the problem with second gear is the exit curve, which we'll go through now. So yeah, you don't want to hit too much of this this yellow sausage curb because it does unsettle the car. Like I don't even hit it at all here. I just get very close to it. That's pretty much perfect. And then the problem with second gear is on this sausage curb here, it does bounce the car. And here's where you need to experiment a little bit. So I've tried taking this yellow sausage curb and just not taking it. And the yellow sausage curb is interesting because you can actually make it work, but you do lose on the straight all the time. But like the time difference is very, very minimal compared to if you take it without. So it just, in my opinion, it comes down to preference. I mean, surely there will be a fastest way though, right? Like it can't be exactly the same. So you just need to experiment. But this lap we took the yellow. I think maybe that but not taking the yellow would actually be faster, but I need to test it more. Then, of course, we just shorten this as much as possible. Like, just take the shortest line through. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, here. Very interesting braking zone. So we actually brake quite early here. So it's about in between the 100 and the 150 board. There's a really cool trick that you can do this happen, and I think everyone who I spectated really doesn't do this. So if you actually brake a bit later and you carry more speed into the corner and get on throttle later, you'll actually get a better exit anyway, and you'll gain so much time. I think when I was doing originally Red Bull Ring, I was like few temps off, and I was like, where am I losing all this time? Well, it's here. It's like there's almost one way of taking it, and it's this way. It's honestly the fastest way. So yeah, we carry a lot of speed in. We're still on the brake at the apex, and then we get on the brake, we get on the throttle quite early, but the thing is we want to carry a lot of speed into it. Like do not try and over slow to get a really good exit. Like that just doesn't work. Just carry a lot of speed through it, and that works better. And just get on throttle later, because you're anyway so rear limited in this corner because of the weird off camber nature. And the throttle trace should really look like a smooth upward gradient. Like even that was a bit too much. I think I could have um, uh, gained more time if I didn't get as much wheel slip. So I'm just going to replay that again. Like that was too much. I can show you a different lap where maybe it'll be better. Let me check. Alright, we'll skip through, skip through, skip through. This was a bit better. So yeah, just like that. You just want to carry more speed into it, and the main thing is just to get on throttle a bit later. I'll also show the Garage 61 as well, because I think, or no, VRS, because Garage 61 wasn't working for me. Let me just check if it's doing it. Yep, so it is. Sick. Okay, so yeah, we just get on throttle quite late, and you can see that the arc of my throttle trace is quite smooth. It should be even smoother than this. This was like the mistake that I made on that lap. It should literally just look like a nice line, a nice diagonal line going upwards, like swooping upwards, sort of like this blue trace here, just like that. That's what you want to do. Okay, so for this corner, brake before the 100 again. And the important thing about this, the track limit, is just the white line again. For the entries, it pretty much stays consistently like this. So it depends really on car. The Porsche is more stable through this corner, but the Cadillac is definitely a lot more spicy. So you can actually coast a tiny bit in this corner. It does help if you get a lot of entry rotation, which the Cadillac does provide. So it's really, really important because you get like, it's such a weird corner. You get like loads of front locking, loads of rear locking. So yeah, it's better to just brake a bit earlier here and just try and take it a bit smooth. And yeah, we want to get on this curb, but just don't touch the grass, otherwise it's an off track. I was curious to see if I coast. Oh, no, no coast. And then obviously a lot of gravel here because it's a practice session. And then, yeah, okay, so brake just before the 50 boards. And the really important thing about this is just to be patient. It's a really tough corner to sort of judge. So your eyes need to be literally on the very left part of your screen. Like my eyes are here. And I'm just watching for the exit. We take a really wide line, if I can sort of demonstrate this. So yeah, this is one of the mistakes. So I sort of missed the apex here. So we take a really wide line in. So like almost swoop in. And then at this point, we should have been on the curb a little bit. Just like nibble it here. That's perfect. You don't want to use too much because the car will be unsettled. With the Porsche, you can just go in on this curb and ride it. So the Porsche is better in this corner just because of the curb. But with the Cadillac, you just graze it. So yeah, we'll go back into cockpit. Okay, and this is probably my favorite corner of the track. So we get all the way out here. You can actually cross this white line, to be honest, which is quite cool. So you could even use a tiny bit more than I have here. And yeah, we want to turn at the end of the access road almost, and just like, you can almost see the line here. It's like a smooth arc in. And we want to get onto this curb a little bit. I missed it again here. So this is why I'm saying a 0.1 as possible, because there's a few mistakes. So yeah, late turning, swoop in, nice 1% trail brake, and then get back on throttle and use all the exit. So let's go into cockpit. Nice. Definitely a very fun corner, that one. So here we brake in between the 100 and the 50 board. We want to, so it's quite tricky. We hold 4 through this, and you just want to almost have a little bit of a later apex, because if you turn in too early here, you will just get stuck and like thrown out wide. So you want, it's a very balanced corner, to be fair, but just a tiny bit of a later apex. A big mistake that I see is that a lot of people carry too much speed into here and then get like a load of understeer. It's actually better if you take a bit less speed and just get on throttle midway through, because you gain a lot of time in between the two corners, which is something that I was doing at first as well. So yeah, back on throttle here. And then the track limit here is just really stupid. I mean, it's so inconsistent, but what I use is these rumble strips here on the left of the curb. That's how I know that I'm in the track limit. If I can feel them, then you're in track limit. So that's a good reference to use. And then for this corner, you can use a little bit of the yellow, but just not too much. Like you can't, I was really tempted to use all of it, but it's actually a track limit, which is a bit annoying to say the least. Because it would be a really nice cut to do, but no. And you can like nibble it. It's very good to sort of nibble it a little bit. If you feel the car bottom on it, that's completely fine as well. So yeah, let's replay it. And the trick is to get on throttle just as you get on the curb on this yellow sausage. And then track limit here again is this rumble strip here. So yeah, that's a full lap. So we'll replay it start to finish, or me talking. Sick. I think overall it's a really, really nice track. So yeah, definitely, definitely give it a try on this new tire model as well. So yeah, I think so. This guy is 7.8K and this guy is 6 point something K. So you can see that. Yeah, it's quite a good lap because it's better than these two. So yeah, I'm sure if you can do this, you'll be winning the Fix series for sure. So yeah, I mean, good track, good car, happy days. The I'm just gonna waffle a little bit now. So the really hard corner for me at least is just this hairpin. Like this hairpin and the first corner is very hard to get consistently right. So the best thing that I found for consistency in the first corner for me is like really picking out where I'm gonna brake. So I was like just a very consistent brake marker, which is normally which I don't really have for like higher speed corners, but for this corner for consistency, I actually sort of needed one. So I chose this like orange barrier. It's quite good to for consistency because obviously this 100 board could be knocked in a race, so that's why I've chosen that. So that's really good to use. Uh, and then yeah, for the hairpin, I just use that 100 sign, and then it's just really important not to hit this sausage curve and the hairpin. Um, and then as well, the exit, you don't want to get on that sausage curve. But yeah, it's quite a difficult track to be honest. I've talked to a few friends and they struggle with it as well. So, you know, if you're struggling with it, it's not the end of the world. Like I think quite a few people struggle with it, especially with this section here because it requires a lot of patience. It feels really weird when you're doing it because you're like, why am I going wide and then cutting back in? But the corner is so long, you just don't want to get stuck on throttle in mid corner on like maintenance throttle and you're just like understeering. So yeah, it's just really important as well. Like you can see again, like there's no drop of the brake as well. It's so smooth. Like this is like point of a percentage and it's still smooth release, which is what we want to see when we trail brake like this. And I'm assuming it'll be the same here, hopefully. This is how I pick out my micro mistakes. So yeah, perfect again. So yeah, I mean, very nice track in my opinion. Very good to learn trail braking as well because you have these long corners, so it really requires your knowledge of how to balance the car on the brake properly instead of just turning in and hoping for the best and trying to manipulate the car with the steering, but actually with the brake. So yeah, highly recommend. But yeah, thank you.